just leaving my downtown Budapest flat here for my usual run around Margit Island. It's about 8 kilometers. I'm going to take you on that with me today, which is exciting. So it's about 6:30. All right, everyone, let's do this. All right, 6:30 in the morning, roughly, a little bit earlier maybe, and here we go. Let's catch up to that garbage truck and then take you through some interesting little streets here. Swimming pool there. And we're now onto Budapest Street. Budapest Street is one of the characteristic streets here of the Pest side. It's very touristy. It runs along parallel with the Danube. Lots of little shops, restaurants along the street. about an 8-kilometer run that we're doing today. Don't worry, I'll throw on some music to speed us up on a few of the more mundane sections, although it's all quite exciting. Here we go. So, we are now coming up on Circle Road, which literally is a circle road in the heart of Budapest that crosses the Danube and encircles both Pest and Buda sides, connects a lot of the streets onto a bike path right now. And here we're coming up on Margit Bridge, which, as you can see, has buses and trams. Traffic on both sides. It's quite a nice big bridge that connects the two sides of the city across the Danube. Amazing scenery. I get to enjoy this every other morning when I go for these runs. There you can see the beautiful skyline and cityscape with the Parliament and Margit Cathedral overlooking the city. And then, of course, it's the beautiful Danube waterway. And we're looking at Margit Island here in the middle. So this is actually an island, you'll see, and Danube's quite wide. And this bridge has a little off-ramp. Well, little. It's got two-way traffic. Off-ramp that goes onto Margit Island. Now, Margit Island is about 5.5 kilometers around, and it's roughly 2.3 kilometers long. And there are water parks, picnic areas, parks. There's quite a few facilities, a sports center for the famous Hungarian water polo teams. So lots to do. It's like these guys are going for their water polo exercise. So, of course, the reason I love coming to Margit Island at this time is because of the 5.5 kilometer rubber running path that goes around the rim of Margit Island, which is really cool. And I'm going to take you guys on that. So, here we go, just down these stairs. And we're on this rubber running path. Super cool. Beautiful flowers. Of course, it's groomed, well taken care of. As you can see. Early in the mornings, the river is quite calm. Of course, this is the river on the Pest side, and well, since this is an island, there's a river on the Budapest side as well, on the other side, and we'll come to that, of course, once I circle around the island. We'll hit that at about 4.5K mark, so let's keep moving. Lots of party places, of course, on the island as well. Discos, discotheque. Fair bit of garbage at times in the morning in some of these areas, but they definitely do clean that up as the day starts going. Regular maintenance crews working around the clock on the island. The Hungarian kayaking club has an outpost here as well. Here's one of these big restaurants, discos, that I was talking about a minute ago. And here's the canoeing and kayaking club. I hope everybody's enjoying my morning run so far. I certainly do. I do this about every other day. Not all the time. Sometimes I give my muscles a couple extra days to regenerate and heal. I find that's necessary, especially now that I've hit the big 4-0. So, yeah, but feeling great. Beautiful weather. Temperature's fantastic this early in the morning. So, enjoying life. Hope you are too. Right now, in case you're wondering, I'm running at about a pace of 5:20 or so per kilometer, which is a nice comfortable pace, especially when holding a camera. Trying to keep it as stable as possible so I don't get motion sickness. it's nice to see that this track gets a fair bit of use, and people of all ages and abilities are on it throughout the day. Let's pick up the pace here a bit. So here is the Margit Island petting zoo, and I can see the deer. They're still kind of sleeping underneath their feeding trough. I think the horses are over there by the stable. And just get off the path here for a sec so I can see the little ponies. And then here are some storks that bring babies to people's chimneys. No, but they live here and they can fly. There's lots of other birds there as well, but they like chilling there because, well, free food. Who wouldn't, right? For a relatively small island, I mean, as small as it goes for an island in a river, more than 5 kilometers around, there's sure a lot of different facilities and amenities on the island, and beautiful, beautiful foliage as well. You can see here the park areas are just fantastic. And what would Margit Island be without some ruins of an old monastery? Absolutely beautiful. There's definitely some beautiful old structures on this island. And this island has been in use by, well, let's say modern civilization since the time of the Romans. One of the first regions outside of the core of Rome, Italy, what is modern day Italy, where the Romans occupied territory, was here in Hungary, and they fell in love with this island in the Danube. At that time, this region was called Pannonia. Pannonia, I believe the English pronunciation. So, on the other side of the Danube, see that large white structure, which is again a special barge that's being converted into an entertainment venue for parties and weddings. So lots and lots to do. And of course there's docks all around the island for water ferries for tourists, pleasure boaters going up and down the Danube, and all kinds of different clubs for sports. Now this here to my left is the original hotel on the north side of the island, and it's called the Grand Hotel. This is the actual Budapest Grand Hotel, and it's on Margit Island. It's a 4 or 5 story building. Behind it, you'll see the more modern hotel, which is even more massive. I believe it's 8 or 9 floors. Again, it's on the island, and these are not just hotels, but they're full-on wellness centers as well. So for those looking to rejuvenate and enjoy thermal waters, you can do that on Margit Island. What's really cool is that both ends of the island, the south and the north, are connected by bridges to the 2 sides of the city. On the north side, you have Árpád híd, which is Árpád Bridge, connecting Pest to the tip of the island. You'll see that in a bit coming up. And then, of course, going all the way across to the Buda side. And that's a 4-lane bridge, packing traffic 2 lanes, both directions. And there's the tip of that newer hotel / wellness center. And then here we are back. You can see all of this on this rubber running trail. Of course, there are lots and lots of playgrounds and jungle gyms. And, oh, by the way, both Árpád Bridge and Margit Bridge have the tram as well to carry traffic. So here we are coming around the tip, the north tip of the island at Árpád Bridge. There above me is the on-ramp, off-ramp to the bridge. And I have to be a bit careful here. There's car traffic, potentially. It's coming off this bridge. Yeah, you'll see a truck coming onto the island. And now we are on the other side of the island, looking at Buda. And of course, you'll notice that Buda is the hilly side of Budapest. There's Árpád Bridge behind me, crossing to the other side. Now, accessing the island by car is usually okay, but parking on the island is paid. and you do have to have access to it. There are tolls on both sides, or sorompó, as they say in Hungarian, where you need a proper access permit. You'll see that right now to my left, these cars accessing it. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting to come to the island by car, you'll have to go through these gates, these draw gates on both sides. Okay. The west side of the island, or the Buda side, is a little bit more quiet than the other side. There are less venues, let's say, on this side, a little bit more greenery, and the trees on both sides, which is really nice, provides very nice shade for people running in the morning. And of course, there are docks on this side as well for water enthusiasts. This is to my left. These shutters are all closed, but this is actually a restaurant slash pub here, where in the day you'll see lots of people sitting enjoying cold beverages in the summer heat. Interestingly, there are a few places on the island that have fallen into disuse, like this kind of park basketball recreation area, which is quite fascinating for me because the island gets such a massive amount of tourists and traffic that it's unfathomable that these places wouldn't make a fortune operating, especially in the summer. Now, before anybody jumps to conclusions, these places have been shut down for years, well before COVID, so it has nothing to do with the pandemic. And yes, we're still on Margit Island. There's a nice big property off to my left here. Again, that's really not in use, and I have no idea why. If I had the money, I'd definitely buy it, make use of it if it's for sale, which I highly doubt it is, but you never know. Now, coming up here on my left, one of my favorite places in the summertime here in Budapest, it's Palatinus Beach, or Strand, they say in Hungarian, which is a massive water park stretching nearly a kilometer, as you'll see, with large pools, water slides, wave pool, thermal baths. And again, it's all on this beautiful island. So, for those of you who are running around 8 o'clock in the day and you feel like going for a dip after your run, there's definitely a great place to do that. And hey, if you have the time for it, you can spend the whole day there. Or restaurants, pubs, ice cream vendors, the works. You can see some of those restaurants there. And of course, there's a bit of a green screen here for the privacy of people enjoying the water park from people moving around the island. There's playgrounds. As I said, it's about 1 kilometer, this water park, in length. And there's a large indoor area as well. So, and for a day ticket, I think it costs about $14 US, roughly, today's exchange, to enjoy a whole day. So, very, very affordable compared to North American prices. There's the water slides. There's even a special inner tube water slide, which I think is quite cool. All right. It's a nice big green space at the back of Palatinos Park where you can play sports, frisbee, all kinds of fun to be had. And again, all of this on an island in the middle of a river, in the middle of Budapest. See, the birds definitely love these garbage cans in the night. And there's the famous Dorney Thomas swim school buses that take children to the sports center throughout the day for training. Of course, Hungary is world famous for their incredible swimmers, the latest of whom is Katinka, arguably the best female swimmer of all time in 2015 to 2020. And here's that sports center with nice 50-meter outdoor lanes, and it's a full-on stadium with bleachers on both sides. You can kind of get a peek into the pool there, and the bleachers are from the top going down towards the pool on the inside, if you can kind of imagine that. And what an incredible place to perfect and master swimming on an island in the Danube. So we're now coming back around the island towards the southern tip, back towards Margit Bridge side. And we've yet to still pass the athletic center. So let's keep going. We're getting there. We're on the home stretch, as I like to think, at about this point in the game. We're in at about roughly 6 kilometers now, a little bit more. I'm on the park here. And since the COVID, they've put up these signs here which ask people to keep that social distancing, especially with runners throwing sweat all over the place. But that's hard to do on a narrow path like this when you've got 2-3 runners coming towards you. And here to my left, you see the track and field club, and they're actually just redoing the 400-meter racetrack that goes around the really nice field in the middle. Of course, it's world class, absolutely. Again, here are the stands. Well, the backside of the stands. It's a full-on stadium. And I'm sure that you will not be surprised to learn that there are some serious running races which are held on the island. So they've put a permanent kind of start gate on this running path that shows you the time, the temperature, humidity. You can see that all here. And just for fun, I'm gonna keep going today and show you what you can see if we go all the way around. Usually I cut through there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll run back a little bit just for fun today, so you can kind of see the whole circumference of the island. This is another really cool area here to my left. It's beach volleyball courts, sand courts, and there's some ping pong tables, some beach ping pong tables set up as well, table tennis. So really cool. Big parties here as well in the summer. Incredible place for humanity, for Hungarians over the centuries, enjoying this island. There you can see Margit Bridge going to Buda, tram going across it. And then here we can actually run underneath the bridge. And there's a really nice jungle gym to do some pull-ups, some other exercises. And then here, already back on this running path. And for those of you wanting to do the half marathon or even a full marathon, all you have to do is just think about running around 4 times the island for a half marathon. And if you run around the island 8 times, you've done yourself a marathon. So that's kind of how it works. And this is actually where we started about 30 minutes ago for the island portion of the run. These stairs that are coming here. Again, I'm back on the pest side. Just for fun, I'm gonna kind of loop back here, up the stairs, down the stairs. We'll go back to the athletic center and then go up the other side. So again, it's that beautiful, beautiful vista. So let's do this. All right, here we go. Doing a little bit of a reversal. Just beautiful architecture on this bridge. Look at that. That's the off-ramp portion of it. And back we are the other way. More runners now that it's a little bit later in the day. Really starts to fire up between 7 and 9. But I prefer a little bit earlier at this time of the year because of the heat. You can tell it's 25 Celsius out according to the display above there. And the humidity is 71. And the time is 7:10 a.m. So kind of see it gets pretty good and toasty. Now here's a little cut through the track and field. And there you can see the pileup of the rubber running track. Okay, here we go. So, back up these stairs, we run, get that good workout. It's about a 25-meter elevation from my apartment to the top of the bridge. So, a little bit of an uphill, but nothing too crazy. So now I'm back on the other side of the on-ramp that I came down on, going back towards Margit Bridge. Thankfully, not really any traffic yet to and fro the island, so it's nice to just chill. Run back up the other side. There we go. And again, that incredible vista from the bridge down the Danube at the two sides of Budapest. You can see that magnificent Parliament building off to the left. And here on Margit Bridge, we have a path for running, 2 lanes for biking, big walking path on the other side, 4 lanes of traffic, and 2 lanes of tram lines. So, talking about some decent sized structures here. This is looking towards the north of Buda. And of course, this is looking towards the south. Coming off of the bridge, it's nice to have that gravity kind of helping out at the end of the run. Morning work traffic has started up now. This is that circle road. Goes all around Budapest and actually comes out on another bridge further down south. And there are bike rentals and Lime scooters for those who are looking for an effortless ride. Now the Lime scooters and those rental bikes, you cannot leave them on the island. You will actually get fined if you do that. So, we are back on Pozsony, which is again part of the city. And here's Raimon's store, fromage, awesome delicatessen. Here, I'll do a little backwards shot of it there. And here's the Stummed chocolatier. So lots of delicious goodies. Got the trolley. It's definitely a very convenient and luxurious part of the city to dwell in, and we've been fortunate to live in this neighborhood for the past bit. Always something to do within walking distance. All right, let's turn up one of these roads. This is the 13th district, and it's one of the Jewish quarters of Budapest. So there's all kinds of services here that you can imagine. Carpenters and all kinds of craftsmen. All right. You can definitely still see some of the communist architecture as well, like this building in front of me, which is now a police station, and even some of the art from the communist era. I'll show you that in just a second here. There it is, some of that communist art work that I'm talking about, the productive, proactive communist citizen. That's what that was showing. And coming up on my street here, which is Visegradi. Iconic landmark is that baby store, which we made use of for my daughter, of course. Here we are, back on the home stretch. Well, thanks everyone for joining me on that.
Watch another fun run. Click on the video right up here. Get the latest news and information. Subscribe to our channel. Click right over here. And donate a video of your latest running adventure. Visit ifunrun.org.